Welcome back to Saudi. We got the homie, the legend, Deontay Wilder. Welcome to the show, brother. Thanks to have you, man.
Blessings. Thank you for inviting me here.
Welcome back to Saudi. This is your second time. I believe we met about a year ago around the same time. You're very close friends to Edie, so we got to give a shout out to Edie. Shout out to Edie from the Outlaws.
Yeah.
You need to come next time.
Come on, bro.
For sure, man. We got to see you next time, bro. How was Saudi this time? How was everything?
Saudi, the first time was electrifying. It was good to experience something different. We was talking when I came here about the propaganda that you hear so much about. The news, the media, they try to control your mind and the way you think and see things. Yeah. And sometimes you only can see things when you break out of your comfort zone. You break out of that little area that is surrounding of what people gossip and talk about. And then when you explore out, you get a different view of outlook of things. And you like, then you get to take home what you collected along your own journey of experiencing for yourself. And then you go back and like, man, they lied to me. You know what I mean? So the second time around, I know what to expect, but it just the love and the support and the positivity and everybody just come around, man. You don't see that but love. You know what I mean?
Amazing,
I gotta continue because I'm a lover. I'm a fighter and a lover. But I love to spread positive energy, positive speaking, and positive believing. And with all those combined together, equal positive results. You know what I mean? And so the second time around is just even more beautiful. And I think it's even more beautiful because I'm excited because I'm having my debut here, right here in Riyadh. It's Riyadh season. And they're taking over boxing as well. They're taking over all sports here in Saudi. And it's been amazing. And I can't wait for Saturday night.
You pronounce it right, Saudi.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got a little Arabic earlier. You said shukran to me, bro.
Yeah.
I seen you on your Instagram, you was in the malls, you're meeting people. Like, how you find it? How do people receiving you? How you finding the malls?
Man. It's just like, again, love. We're going to talk about that strong four-letter word. Yeah. It's been so amazing, the support that I've been getting here, the fans and stuff. I had one man, he was shaking to death because he would have never thought in a million years he would see me here.
Yeah. Wow. Is he the guy that said I'm a Wilder fan? Somebody asked him he's a boxing fan. He said, no, I'm a Wilder fan.
This wasn't at the mall. This wasn't at the mall. That was before we went. Well, it was after the mall. We went to it was I don't know the name of the street, but it got a lot of restaurants. In a row, and we was going. I was eating with some of my friends.
Talia, maybe I think. Talia. And that's amazing, bro. That you know what I mean, because you get what we have this saying: you get what you put out. You know what I mean. So if you showing love, if you spreading love, naturally the people gonna give it back to you. You know what I mean?
Plus the way Deontay fights, nobody fights like this, bro. It's vicious punching, speed, athleticism. Like, who fights like this?
Real talk, man.
Oh, man.
Have you been, or have you had time to go to like the sites like Diriyah and Boulevard? And have you seen any of these things? Or
not this time around, but the first time when I had more time to do things because I wasn't fighting. I was a guest here at another fighting event, so I had more time to explore. I went to the old cities and different things like that because I want to go to the sand dunes and do all that with the camels as well.
We got you, bro.
I went my scuba diving. I'm certified scuba diver.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? They always say, "What's the most beautiful place you've been?" And my answer always remains the same, and it's under the sea. But it's 75%.
I would have never expected that, bro.
Undiscovered. You know what I mean? Only 25% discovered.
Then you got to go to Jeddah because, Jeddah, they have, it's pretty much untouched. The Red Sea. From Jeddah, you'll go scuba diving in the Red Sea.
Yeah.
So I
heard about the Red Sea. I heard that's an adventure right there. That's excursion. Totally a super adventure of a scuba diving.
There's an amazing project there too. The Red Sea project. It's an amazing project that's it's open now. Like, I believe there's a few hotels. St. Regis, I think, is open. You gotta check it out, bro. If you're into this diving stuff.
I have to. I have to. Maybe the second time. Maybe the third time when I come. This is my second time, but this is gonna be many more times to come. I love it over here. Every time it become even more powerful amazing experience.
Amazing,
every time, man. I get happy
when
I
amazing,
say coming over here come in here. I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? The flight's long, but you look forward to it. Once I'm a world traveler, so I understand the jet lag and getting through the thing. But when it's time to come, man, it's no hesitation from me.
Bro, this is your second time here. The people love you. You showed us love. You came to the podcast.
Yeah, man.
We dropping yours first. We waited for this. We dropping his first, bro.
Yeah.
So I know you. Last time I met you, you was with your homie.
Yeah.
And I believe maybe this time you brought more people with you.
Correct.
What is your friends' experience? Because, as where we come from in our background, we try to always bring our friends, our homies, our families to experience new things.
Correct.
So what is your friends around you saying about the culture of Saudi Arabia and coming to the Middle East?
The excitement that I'm sharing, we're all sharing together. It's equal love, and they experience the same thing. They're witnessing everything that I'm witnessing as well. As people show me love, they show them love just as equal. And it's just a mind-blowing thing just to be over here, just to witness things for ourselves. And we always talk about how the media try to put things out that's really not true, or only what they hear. Most time, people only go off of what they hear, and not really going and taking that time and doing their own homework or research about things. And when they get to the third person, the story already switched up.
It's lost. 90% of it is lost.
Right.
Like you said, man, it's important that we got to experience it ourselves. And you mentioned at the beginning, you get a lot of negative propaganda about the Middle East, even about Islam. As we know, you know what I mean? They always portraying the Muslims in a negative light and the Middle East in a negative light. So when people come here for the first time or the first couple times, as you came your second time, they get to experience themselves. So that's why I be happy when people come. When I see people coming from the States or the UK or whatever, I try to hit them up so they can see the reality, the true side of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Even when we got the fight coming over here, we're going to be in Saudi, I'm like, be careful. Nah, you be careful in the States. You be careful. Don't worry about you be careful. A lot of people, they get that look or whatever, especially with the women and stuff like that. I say it's not like it was 10, maybe 20 years ago. Now it's totally different.
Even your wife, your wife, she likes to hear how she
she loves it. She loves it. She's out with one of her friends now. They're out at the mall shopping and
it's safe.
It's safe.
It's safe. It's
you know what I mean?
safe.
They out doing their own thing. Just her and her. You know what I mean? They got the driver and they out exploring and doing their own thing. So it's good to see that she's able to get out and experience things and not just have to be under us all the time.
She get to see herself.
More than being safe, it's amazing. In terms of the developments that exist now in Riyadh and the
next
different
level.
places.
It's totally different. It's totally different. I got a reality on culture and how it was and how it is now. The evolving of what's to come. There's a lot of big plans going on. I probably know more about what's going on than y'all guys.
You got the first hand.
I'm really in close with some top people with the government and stuff like that.
So you see some of the big things they doing. So would you say, sorry to cut you off, would you say you think sports the future in Saudi?
Oh, big fast. It's hands down. You see my eyes closed. Hands down. You know what I mean? They building the sports facility right now. What is worth $500 million right now they building.
Sports complex.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful too. And once they get finished with it, it's going to take over. They already taking over now as we speak. It's just only a matter of time. Within the next several years, you're going to witness it and see it for yourself because they work fast over here as well. You know what I mean? They have the money and then they have the muscle to be able to do things. When they build here, they build, they have workers to build, but they always have different shifts to come. This shift over, the next one come, next one come. So it's round clock work, and they get things done in a consistent time frame. If they say they're gonna have it done, it may be even lesser than what the time frame, but they're gonna meet that designated time. That's gonna get done.
Ain't no joke. I came. I'm shocked that they built even the last one they had to fight at, which. they built this stadium. What's the name of it? The new stadium in like 30 days or something crazy.
That's where the fight is.
Yeah, that's where the fight. Yeah, they built this in like 30, 60, something crazy that broke a record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what stadium you're talking about. We're going to be fighting at the arena. I can't think of the name of the arena.
It's in Boulevard. It's Kingdom Arena, I think.
Kingdom Arena. They built this like in 30, 40 days.
Really?
You know, Saudi, the good thing about Saudi, they have the vision. They have the money. The country is like a new country. You know, Saudi as a country, unified country, is only 100 years old. So they taking chances. They're not afraid to take chances. Right. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Where, you know, back home in these countries, it's 300 years in America they built. So it seemed like they going backwards with everything.
Right.
In Saudi, they got the money to make everything new. Man. That's why I said if they say they'll build a boxing gym hanging from the sky, I believe they'll try to pull it off, bro.
So Deontay, I wanted to ask you just about in terms of the promotion, the scale of it, like, what are your thoughts on it?
The promotion is one of a kind. I've never seen a promotion so rich as this. You know, can't nobody else do it like this. You know, the resources that they have here and the money that they have to do it, they're not playing around. You know, I was so happy to see a lot of the guys here get involved into boxing, you know, and it's just been amazing. It's been that uplift for boxing because they're making the promotion look like movies nowadays. And, you know, the human eye need a visual of what's going on, you know, and if you can have a visual that entertains you as such as a movie to give you a vision of how it is and who's fighting and stuff like that in a different environment, it brings more attention and it brings more interest.
It's very, very smart,
And it's been crazy when I tell you, and this is just the beginning. I've seen some of the future planning. Understand me?
It's exciting, man.
And it's crazy. I just seen some top secret stuff.
Yeah.
And
so it's next level.
Oh my goodness, can't nobody do it because when you talk about
the vision and the money.
Oh man, because when you talk about boxing, you're talking about over 100 years of a development of what some people call a sport. But if you know better, you know if you behind the scenes of it, you know it's strictly a business all the way around. And
real talk.
And compared to what the Saudis are doing and how others have ran business, you know, that they have taken from a lot of the fighters. You know, they take from the front door and out the back door things. And sometimes they may have the money to do the promotion, but they don't care about, you know, they just do the bare minimum of things.
Would you say Saudi, they already showing and prove that when it comes to the business, they're on top of things?
Oh, most definitely, hands down. And I'm just, like I told Turkey, I'm so happy to be a part of this, you know, because there was so many other guys that could have been a part of this and to build, because this is a process of building right now. Although he have some of the strongest fighters on his card, you know, this is a process of building and the future is even going to be even brighter and better. You know, it's going to be, they about to shame the game. You know, they already have done it, but they finna go crazy.
And I can see it, though. You know, I won't be surprised, bro, because like I said, when Saudi do it, they do it the biggest, bro.
Right. It's like playing a basketball game or a football game, you beating your team by 100 and you want to slow down. Nah, they going to continue to keep going like, well, they don't supposed to be here anyway. We're going to show them even more why they don't supposed to be. And it's just a different league. Even all of some of the top promoters are here for this fight, and they even say, we can't do this. They already told me, one of the promoters, like, we can't do this. Wow. You know, man, we can't do it.
That's crazy.
And you know, we know why they can't do it.
Real
you know what I'm saying? But it's just been a mind-blowing thing, what has developed and what is happening right now as we speak, you know, and like again, I'm just so excited just to be a fighter, because at one point in time, I was about to retire and give it up because I know what goes on in the back scene of things. And I some certain channels has got shut down because I started to express my opinion and well, it's not an opinion, it's a fact. Express my fact about what goes on. What really goes on, you know what I mean? Because on the outside looking in, you only gonna think of what you see. You know what I mean? But when you're one of the entities in it,
Wow.
And you've been taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And you start learning. See, I'm a man that I love learning. I'm from a small place, but I'm very intelligent. I'm very wise. And I always tell people, it's not really where you're from, it's where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, I shoot for the stars. You know what I mean? I shoot for the universe, for the galaxy. You know what I mean? I'm going over and beyond the things. And I love learning. What life without learning? You know what I mean?
A quick question, man, because like you said, you was vocal about the corruption that happened behind the scenes in boxing. Why do you think that there's other boxers who don't really speak about this? Like
they're afraid. They're afraid because some of them haven't had their proper opportunity to reach the top, to get to where get to a destination where they're seeking to get, where they feel like they're good, or they don't really need the sources of money or some type of income. And some of
they
them
like to just push it, maybe like the music industry. Like we know the music industry is corrupt, but then you got the big players, and we wonder why they wasn't telling us.
Right.
Because they comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's another thing, comfortability.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, a lot of people think fighters are very unintelligent or dumb and stuff, because majority of us come from rural areas. And we just want to fight and support our family. But one thing I hate to hear a fighter say, this is all I know how to do. And if this is all you know how to do, then you're going to be in trouble. You know what I mean? I always tell people, boxing is not the only thing I do. I love to have passive income. I love to be able to I tell people all the time, we all have greatness in us, but greatness is only determined by service. And applying your service to something, you'll always get to where you're trying to go. It may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, it may not happen in a month or a year's time, but over the years, as you continue to grind, as you continue to provide your greatness to your service, it shall come, because I believe in speaking, believing, and receiving. You know, secrets of life.
The investing thing, that's one of my questions I had later for the show, but I might as well just ask it now. What do most fighters do? I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about yourself, but do they have a manager that manages their investments? How do you do it? Do you buy real estate? Like, what do you normally do?
Far as investments? Well, in the business of boxing, it's a lonely sport. I mean, it's a lonely business. And I say it's a lonely business because everything we have to do it on our own. And that's the difference between an actual sport and a business. You understand me? Boxing is not a sport, because other sports, by the name of 3, football, basketball, baseball, I can name many more. Once you get on the team, everything is provided for you. Things come to you. You know what I mean? They have all these things lined up for you, endorsements and financial advisors and
coaches,
agents and stuff like that. With it dealing with boxing, you have to go seek all that for yourself.
So you have to go
basically. Even something as simple as health insurance. You know what I mean?
Wow.
When you in basketball, I know some players, they set for life. If they have wives or girlfriends, for, you know what I'm saying? As long as they with them, they getting stuff paid for them and stuff like that. You talking about a business like boxing where you risk your life.
Health insurance more than anything.
You understand me?
Real talk.
We risk our lives for others' entertainment. Why is that not even the first thing that we are offered? That should be like something free for us. But nowadays, promoters don't even want to pay that $1 million to get that insurance to put on the show. They have to, because they need some type of insurance to even put on the show. So most time it'd be $1 million coverage for the show. But just, thank God, hopefully you don't get hurt. Because sometimes it's hard to even get them to pay that bill. You know how many times I had to wait to get the bill paid? If I didn't have my own, it probably would have never got paid or whatever.
Crazy.
You know how you sign that contract, that consent form that say, if this don't pay it, you take responsibility. You know what I mean? You have to sign it or you ain't gonna get treated. And thank God I've had my own and stuff like that, or I would be suing a lot of them. You understand me? Because they don't, it's just the love of money is the root of all.
What do you, Buster, I just want to cut you off. What do you do for investing then, Deontay? Like, do you buy real estate and get passive income this way, or do you like buy shares? Like, what's your chosen investment?
Well, I know I've learned a long time ago, before getting into the business, me and my trainer, my longtime trainer, which is my co-manager now, JD's, we always used to talk about investing before we got to the to the grand prize of
Pre-planned
things.
it, yeah.
You know what I mean? Pre-planning.
Yeah.
And we talk about it to this day, you know what I mean?
To
We're
this
so
day.
To this day.
Yes, sir. And we're so and we're so happy, we're so proud that I followed through and went with the plan, because sometimes you can plan things, and then when the occasion arrives, you rise to that occasion, it don't go as planned it. I know many things I have planned has not gone as planned it. You know, I always go a different way, different timing for different things. But, you know, as far as in investing and stuff like that, I went through with what we was set to go through. Now, we didn't know what we was going to invest, but we was talking about investing something. Because sometimes that can be the hardest thing. It's like, man, I want to invest, but what to invest into? So I knew that land is not going to be recreated. You understand me? So with that being said, I got heavy into real estate.
Nice.
You know, I'm big into real estate. Big into real estate. I got stocks and stuff like that.
Outside?
Right now, mainly in the U.S. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to going outside the U.S.
Well, Shamp's a real estate man.
Is it?
That's why I asked the real estate
now,
question.
I'm just curious because I always see, you know, unfortunately, as you referenced earlier, a lot of fighters, footballers, basketball players, they come from difficult backgrounds with no formal education. So I'm always curious who's got their best interests at heart.
No financial education. You know what I mean? Really, like we just come from the hood, and sometimes we see a whole bunch of money and we don't know what to do. Some of us might not have a friend that say invest this. Like rappers, what we do, the first thing we get money, we go buy jewelry and cars. You know what I mean?
That depreciate.
So, like you said, land, they won't create land anymore. That's like Jay Prince. You know, Jay Prince say, man, they ain't gonna make no more land. You know, so he invests in land. You know what I mean?
That's the quickest way to become a millionaire.
Real talk.
You know, so knowing that, I started investing heavy into to land and real estate, which I got. You know, I got a good bit of money where I'm from, you know, into property and real estate. I got like over 10 million in property and real estate where I'm from.
Amazing,
but I also got it outside of I got it in different states as well too. And we're just building, you know, and I'm into a lot of other different things as well. I got a great financial team, which is the owner of the financial company. He's here. He's one of my brothers, and he's a beautiful soul, and you know, he makes sure that everything goes well for me. You know, he always, we have a conversation about boxing, and he be real strict. He's like, why are you still doing this? You don't need this no more. Why you want to do this? You know, because
why do you do it though? Like if you don't have to do it anymore,
right? Well,
like you straight for life, you can invest, but is it the passion of boxing?
It's definitely the passion. I'm definitely you know, people can see the passion. If I'm into something, they can really see it, how I interact with my
even
actions.
your personality, the way you passion by nature.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I mean?
Yes, sir. But I also become selfless, because I see others look at me and look into boxing, or whether I'm doing other things outside of boxing. That would make you a legend. Not just what you do inside of the ring, and what you mostly do outside of the ring. That's why Muhammad Ali is my all-time idol. We knew he was a good fighter, but what he did outside of the ring and the times he did it in, you know what I mean? That was valuable, you know? And so, you know, you just don't, just like everybody in this room, somebody is looking up to us. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't even know it. You just like, I'm just living my life. I'm just, you know, I don't want to be a role model. I'm just trying to live my life. I do what I do, you know what I mean, or what I feel like that should be done for me, and go. But you always got somebody looking up to you. Always got somebody looking and seeing what you're doing, wanting to learn from you and stuff. It took me a very long time to understand that. So, you know, I have many people that look up to me for and they take in every word that I say. My actions of what I do, they take it in and they apply it to their life as well. You know, and it makes
deep,
them,
man.
oh man, it's crazy.
But it's good that you understand that. That's you know, that you know you got these people looking up to you. Because some people just they don't even realize it.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just going with the flow. They just out and about. They just living their life and not realizing that even if they don't want to be, they a role model regardless. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Amazing, man.
From so earlier in the year we had dinner at Smoky Beards, and one thing that really struck me is that you're a deep thinker, clearly. But the other thing is that you're quite a religious person. Like, you know, you mentioned certain references. So I wanted to ask you, like, what is your background in that respect? Is it like a religious family?
I was born into Christianity. You know, my whole family was my grandmother built a church, and it was deep within the family and stuff like that. My father my grandmother's a pastor, my father's a pastor. And you know, so I've always been a PK, you know what I mean? So growing up.
Pastor kid, right? PK,
pastor kid, you know, and growing up in that teaching of things, you know. So, but you know, I have conversations with my father about different things in the world because I'm more experienced than him, you know, meaning what I mean by that, meaning that I have explored the world a little bit more than him. He's more captivated inside of Alabama. You understand me? That state or whatever.
Deep, like Christianity's, you know, they consider the South in America like the Bible state.
Yeah.
What do they call it? The Bible. I think the Bible states or something like that. The people in the South, even growing up in America, in New Jersey and California, we know that the people in the South is more religious.
Big fact. Churches every corner, like the liquor stores.
The Bible Belt, they call it. Yeah, real talk. So growing up with how was it though? Because was he a strict? Because like we said, people in the South was known to be strict, especially the old school. African American preachers. Right. So did you grow up in a strict household?
Very strict. My father was we couldn't listen to music unless it was gospel music and stuff. If he called, I remember one time my sister would listen to Aaliyah and it was Rock the Boat. And you know, at that time you listen to Rock the Boat. Although the lyrics, you don't know what the lyrics is as a kid. You don't know what she's talking about. You like, Rock the Boat, right? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good song, though.
And my father came in on my sister singing it. He's like, if you don't turn that mess off, I'm going to rock your boat. Don't listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So we really couldn't listen to rap, R&B and all that stuff if it wasn't gospel music. That was because when you have that status and you're leading people, your offsprings and stuff, whatever we do, we're a representation of him. So we act out and whatever. Yeah. They're looking at him. It's just like I have my team with me and my team go out and do something crazy. It ain't what they did, it's what you know what I'm saying?
It's going to fall back on you.
You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder. My name gonna be there, and because they did what they did, it ain't gonna really reflect on them. You know what I mean? And it's almost the same thing. So he was very strict on us, but I was raised into love, and my father taught us to have a very strong work ethic. Me and my brother.
You close family?
I'm a closer family.
No, are you a close family, your unit, as in like your parents, your siblings? And...
Oh, yeah, we was very close. We were very close coming up, you know what I mean?
That's how it is in the South. It's different, bro.
Yeah, it is.
South, what they say, like the hospitality you will find in the Muslim countries, like Arabia and Saudi and these places, and Pakistan and India, amongst the Muslims, they're very generous in hospitality with hospitality. The South of America is the same. Strangers will still offer you food. You know what I mean? They still have, we call it Southern hospitality. It's real.
That's right. I saw my grandma do it all the time with strangers, homeless people. You know what I mean? Come in and she invite them into a home and cook for them and stuff like that. As a child, you didn't understand things, but when you become a grown man or woman, you put away childish ways and you start understanding, you know what I mean? And it goes, kindness goes a long way. True. You know, affirmation of words go a long way. You know, your service go a long way of what you do to people because I may not remember your name, but I'll never forget how you made me feel. You understand me?
Real
you know,
talk.
Again, I may not remember your name, but I'll never forget how you made me feel. And that's the saying that goes, and it goes a long way. And I think with that being said, it's a saying that I say that for my mother that she never meets strangers. And what I mean by that, you could never understand, you could never know if she knew a person or not by their interaction. Because when she
I get it.
You feel me?
You know what he's saying because
like she knew
how she treat people, so you would think that they was friends.
Exactly.
That's that Southern stuff, though, bro.
Right on. And I'm the same way. Sometimes people come up to me and I don't know them. I don't know them from a can of paint. I don't know them at all. But you know, some of my people will be with me like, who is that? Who is that? I don't know. Shit.
Does that come from your father and your parents? I mean, did they instill that in you though? Like to be this way, would you say?
Well, you see a lot of things as you grow up and you only take in what you want to take in. You know, like with my kids, I have 8 children. And I always tell them, I'm going to give you the tools to succeed in life. Although you're going to grow and you're going to experience a lot of things of your own and you're going to take in what you want. You know what I mean? Because you can be in a religious family. You can be in a family that you know, that don't teach it or whatever. But that don't mean that you have to become what is taught or what you see.
Because everybody make their own choices, you know what I mean? So at the end of what's the oldest and the youngest of your kids?
The youngest is 6. The oldest is soon to be 19.
19, dope. Because I have my oldest is 24. My youngest is 11.
Yeah.
And with kids, bro, every kid have a different personality. Yep. You know what I mean? So when you raise so eight, that's like your own tribe, though, bro.
Yeah, man. I want 12 and all if it's in God's will and 50.
God will.
For me, inshallah.
50. Wow. Bro, you might as well become Muslim. You know, that's part of our belief. A part of the religion of Islam is to have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know we haven't got very long left, so I just want to blast through a few questions. I didn't want to bore you with the boxing stuff. I know you get this all the time, but
we wanted to know more about you.
Yeah, but we'll ask you a few. We'll get through a few of them. Yeah. So we saw you and Eddie Hearn on a plane taking a picture. So what's your relationship like with Eddie now? Like,
I don't have a relationship with Eddie.
Yeah,
you know, Eddie. Sometimes you see people and it's only business. You know what I mean? And I consider him just business. You know,
it's cordial.
Yeah, cordial. You know, outside of that, what I believe in, how I am as a human being, it wouldn't match. It's water and oil with Eddie. You know what I mean? My struggles in life and how I came up, he couldn't imagine. He's silver spoon fed, you know what I mean? And, you know, with Eddie, he play a lot of games. He manipulate a lot of people. And this is nothing that I'm just saying now. This is stuff I've been saying. Many interviews you can hear me saying, man, you know, I'm a 0 to 100 person. I don't have a medium. Meaning that I like you or I don't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna play around with you. I ain't gonna, you know,
you're gonna be
smile
straight
in your face now and then when we leave, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be none of that. You know what I mean?
I be checking stuff out from here to here. And I like to read comments as well because we want to know what the people saying. So people was really, a lot of the comments were like, man, Deontay Wilder really matured. He really relaxed.
Oh, because he didn't say much. He was calm.
Like you was real calm.
Yeah.
So even though previous, I probably didn't see many of your other press conferences, you probably was wilding because everybody's like, man, look how chill he is. Look at you. I don't know if you read. Do you pay attention to the comments sometimes?
It's
Did
funny.
You see it?
I didn't read the comments, but you know, a lot of people had came in and chimed in on how I am now, and people got to understand. It's called growth.
Real talk.
You understand? I'm 37 years old now. You know, certain things as you go, you start experiencing things. You start going through the motion of things, and certain things just calm you down. I've always appreciated life, you know, but even more as I grow and see things. Look at this world; it's crazy. You know what I mean? I got children that looking up to me. I can, you know, when it's in boxing, I have a boxing mindset, and I always speak how I feel. You understand me? My energy is how I feel. So I'm one of the realest fighters in the business of what I say and what I do. I don't fake. I pretend. I don't just say things just to boost the people to promote this fight. If I say something, it's real. I'm being honest with it, and this is how I feel. Amazing, and I say it over and over again because they say a woman or man that lie has to keep up that lie every time. Now, if you keep telling the truth. You don't gotta
remember what you said.
I can say it over and over again. Although I may can say it in different tones and different ways. You know what I mean? As you go through life, you find the ways to go. My father always say, you do it wrong, you do it long, you do it right, you do it light. Wow. So I rather navigate myself through life, you know, the easy way. You try to find things to become easier through life as it goes because life is already hard, bro. So why make it harder on you? Because sometimes we can make things harder for ourselves in life. So it's just maturity, it's just growth of things. You know, I still, you know, it's funny because Turkey said the same thing. He's like, Wilder. He said, you used to be a crazy man. We want that back. We want that crazy.
Nah, it's in you. Like, they don't realize like it's still in you. You know what I mean? You just, as you said, when you get older and mature, like he said in the ring, you just know how to channel it. You know what I mean? Like,
most definitely.
When you get older. You know
but I can turn it, like I told him, I mean, I'm calmer. I'm peaceful on the outside of the ring, but when it's time to get in the ring, I know how to switch it on and off. I'm a beast when it comes to the ring. You know what I mean? That'll never go. That's in me. God have blessed me with power, blessing and a curse, and I understand that I'm risking my life for others' entertainment. So with that being said, I want to go home to my children at the end of the day. Yeah. Although I want that same man to do it, but we signed this contract. When we enter those ropes, we must face each other. And we know that the head is not meant to be hit. The body is not meant to be bruised and damaged and beat on like that. Wow. Because it only takes one blow, one punch, and the leading deaths is falls. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just see many. I'm a very emotional man. And I care for people way more than I should. And it was this young man that got hit. He was the breadwinner of his family, came up poor, and he was supporting his family. And now at this point, he can't do it no more because he got hit in the back of the head. And the guy, named Pritchard Cologne, got hit in the back of the head. It was a foul blow. The guy got warned not to do it again. He kept doing it again. And now the guy's like in a vegetable state. He getting fed by a tube and stuff like that. And you know how people want to ride the wave when it's good. And then when it goes down, nobody want to be a part of that party. When it's going, you know what I mean, when you're on the ground. And it really touched me because human beings can be.
I know it's person, but did you reach out? Did you try to?
I did.
Amazing.
I did.
Dope,
all
dope,
that. You know what I mean?
Dope,
and you can see me, you know, talking about it on my last fight and sharing tears about that, you know what I mean? Because I tell people, you know, as we brought up, you know, they don't show emotions, don't cry. It's signs of weakness.
But that's real men cry, bro.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? That's that hood stuff.
You gotta know how to release it. Because in life, your cup is gonna fill up. It's gonna feel, and you gotta have somewhere to drain that shit back down. Because if you don't, you're gonna self-destruct. You understand me? You're gonna start making decisions that's probably not of you because you holding stuff in, because you're trying to listen to the mentality of others that have do all this nonsense talk.
And we grew up in the hood. That's part of the hood culture. Men don't cry. Men like we just got to be macho forever from the day we're born to the day we die. We can't have any emotion. Exactly. But bringing that up, you know what I mean? Because bringing up the like boxing is dangerous. You know what I mean? So. Like, for example, I wouldn't even want my kids to box. You know what I mean? Because I know the dangerous side of it. Most definitely. When you mentioned something, you said the face is not to be hit, punch or hit, and, or hit. We even have a hadith where the Prophet Muhammad said something like that, not to hit in the face. You know what I mean? So you knowing that, and would you let your kids box?
I would let them box if I knew their heart was in it, if they're passionate about it. I wouldn't want them to do it because they want to follow behind their father. You know, I believe in having your own mind, and and because God bless us with all many abilities and talents to do, you know, and what he blessed me with, he may not bless my seed with that. It may be something stronger than that. His path and journey may be different than I. So I would have to see that, you know, and I've told them about it. And, you know, at this moment in time, their hearts is in something else. You know what I mean? I got one, my daughter, she's playing volleyball. I got a son that's soccer, and I got another son that's playing basketball.
Football, huh?
That's the future, bro.
Bring him to Saudi, bro. Saudi, Roshan Saudi.
You gotta bring him here, bro. So how old is the one playing, international, we gotta call it football. They get mad, we call it soccer. How old is the one playing?
He's 7.
7, yeah, that's the perfect time.
Soon to be 8. Well, he just turned 8. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's even perfect to get him from the beginning. Because one thing I was saying to a friend of mine's, man, she's like a family friend of my brother, Danielle. She have a son, but I believe he's a little older. He play football, soccer, you know what I mean? And I always say, because not, you know, race, not to bring up ethnicity, but it's something about African Americans. I think because we mix with so many different ethnicities that whenever we get involved in sports, we take over.
A big fact.
So I said, bro, soccer in the future or football, it might be an American thing, bro. So keep them in it, bro.
We know you got to get out of
it. So we've got 2 more questions and we let you go.
No problem.
So the first one, I don't know if you can answer this, but is it true that the AJ fight is signed for March?
It's true. It's true. It's true. But, you know, sometimes,
because he said something different yesterday.
What did he say?
I know he said something like, if the title fight is available, then he might take that.
I know that, and a lot of people got on his chops about that. You know, a lot of the press. AJ has been acting like real weird. You know what I mean? His mentality of I don't know. I got a media guy came to me with an interview about it today. He's like, what are you know, talking about what he said? I know another, because I was telling him, I like, if it was, they asked me the same thing, I would fight him. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would fight him. Especially if I've experienced it before, and I know we're in this business for that. You know what I mean? To get the titles, because the titles bring certain money, but I'm a true warrior. You understand me? My mind said I want to fight the best, because I know I'm not going to be able to do this for a very long time. And in my era, I want to leave an impact behind me for those that's coming up, and say, hey, fight the best, to see how tough you are, to see what you've done. Now I can have the titles, and then I can pick and choose and all this. And what do you want to say? You rather have the title and say, oh, I was a champion for this long, or you say, man, I fought this one, and this one, and win, lose, or draw. They show they show like, man, he showed grit and gut and bravery and strong. And you giving other people strength and motivation and courage, not just because you're having the title, but because of you fighting the best of the best. I told people, I just simply told them, like, that's the difference between a born champion and one that's made. And they were like, what do you mean by that? I said, AJ is made champion. He's a made champion. And I'm a born champion.
Why you mean? Because they pick and choose?
A made champion, he rather pick and choose who he wants. If I feel like you got more, a lesser talent than him, then I'm going with you. Because I'm less risk, greater rewards is what they looking for. Now, a born champion.
You want it all smoke.
You know what I'm saying?
You want all the smoke.
I don't care what you got. And if you stronger than him, I want you. So I can beat you. You know what I mean? And that's just a difference.
What would you say? Because I've heard Eddie talk about this, like his resume is strong and stuff like that. So what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah.
And when you talk about resume and all that and stuff like that, that's just a decoy. And Eddie always get on me talking about fighting Luis Ortiz, but they blocked Luis Ortiz out from fighting Joshua. You know what I mean? Ortiz was old, but Klitschko way older. And would have knocked him out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I believe he was older. I know that you're a Brit.
Memory's going blank, bro.
AJ, my man, don't get it twisted.
A good fighter.
But I need to know names, bro, because it's boxing. Like if I play basketball, you have a right to challenge me in one-on-one basketball. Who did I beat in one-on-one? You have a right to question. So I'm asking like some big names.
I would say the big names. I mean, the biggest names in the division are obviously Deontay, Fury, Usyk, and AJ. You would say they're the big four. Yeah. And he's fought Usyk twice.
And that's it from these, right?
From the elite. You would say the elite are these four. Yeah. So let's see, inshallah, hopefully he fights Deontay this year. I want to see it, bro.
What you think about Usyk? About his...
Usyk, okay.
He got a strange style, though, but it's...
I had 3 opportunities to fight him. They denied all 3. They said they don't want my problems right now. So, when guys get belts and all that, they don't want to risk having that challenge because sometimes it's like I haven't really made the money I want, or I don't want to lose it.
Because his career probably will be over.
Yeah, I'm a different beast when it comes to this.
People actually say, shout out to my brother Badu Jack. You know Badu Jack, right? People actually really say you probably the hardest hitting boxer
ever
in history.
No, it ain't probably. It is.
It is.
It is. Women lie, men lie, but numbers.
How did you get to that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay.
Come on, man.
For all your life, you've been
always.
And you're not even a heavyweight in that sense. Right?
There you go. You know what I mean? Doctors, when I break something on me, they'll come and look at the chart and they'll just shake their head. Because I'm like, what's up, doc? What's wrong? And he's like, we just can't understand how you generate so much power with a small frame. You understand? Because most of the time when I fight guys, I weigh me 20, 30, 40, even 50 pounds. But every guy I face have laid on that canvas and I'm knocked out. You understand me?
Right.
Everyone. That's why I say women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. And with them numbers like that, guys get intimidated of me. They fear because, they know like everybody that he faced,
he
felt
down.
That. They canvas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just God-given. I've always been the type that had, the saying is, don't read a book, don't judge a book by its cover. And that applies to me.
He might be the type of dude at high school, like these buff dudes with a challenge.
Yeah.
A lot of skinny dudes in high school was knocking jokers out, though. We had a few of them. But your body frame like more like basketball. Did you play basketball?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I used to play it a lot. Coming out, I used to use that in the training for boxing and stuff because it's a different method. You're working different things. I used to do it for the cardio of it all. Yeah. But I'm more, I get out there with my sons and stuff like that. So
just to be,
get them out there and stuff.
For the final question, it's a two-part, and then we'll finish up with this.
Okay.
I think we're running late already. So, what does a great 2024 look like for Deontay Wilder, and what do you anticipate you'll do after boxing? You mentioned you're 37. I'm sure you want to fight a few more years, and after that, what do you expect to do?
Yeah, well, 2024 is going to be, busy. I would say it's going to be busy. Knowing the plans, knowing and seeing the plans moving forward, it's going to be busy. It's going to be a lot of great fights coming forward because I'm here with the Saudis now. You know what I mean?
With the big dogs, right? With the big dogs, bro.
So, and blessings to Turkey. He loved boxing, and he wanted to see. He always why y'all guys take a year off? Why y'all take so much? You know what I mean? Why is this? Because there's a lot of stuff goes on. In boxing. I won't just say America because it's a worldwide business, but
they want to keep it going.
They want to keep it going 4 or 5 times a year. After this fight, it's going to be another one in February. And then they already planning for the next and the next and the next. I'm going to jump back around in March. And then after that, I'm going to jump around again. And after that, I'm going to have at the end of the year, top of 25. I'm starting at 25. It's ongoing right now. And it's
unheard of in boxing.
Oh, man, it's totally unheard of. Crazy, and when we had that meeting, man, I was just sitting here smiling like this.
You was waiting for this.
Oh, my goodness. I'm back now. I'm back. I almost retired, but I'm back now. Just to hear it, to understand it, and to actually see the vision in front of me as they explain it. Because sometimes
they put their money behind it, and they serious, though.
Man, they serious.
You know what I mean? If Saudi said, like how you said, when you said you mean it, when they said they mean it, bro.
They'll believe it.
You know what I mean?
I'm so excited.
3 times next year, you think?
It'd probably be 4. Because I'm, we're looking at Ngannou as well too for MMA.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can Ngannou, man, we're gonna do all that.
The UFC MMA fight.
But the mix, I don't know, you can do the mix thing? They're saying the mix rules.
Why not? I want to.
He got more like that. He look like he could kick. He got the kicks in him, bro.
I'm a true warrior. I'm born. You feel me?
If you do, so they want you to do like the UFC inside the cage.
Wherever it may be, you know what I mean. It's we have some
because you the homie, man. We want you to keep it in the boxing. Because we want you to.
They're saying that the 2 hardest punches of all time are Deontay Wilder, Francis Ngannou. So that's the kind of the
but
vibe
numbers,
around the
I got more knockouts than he got wins. Even on this card, I got more knockouts than these guys got wins on their card. So you know what I mean. So
real talk.
That's why I am. When it comes to knockout power, there's nobody matching me.
So that's why you think, would you say the people dodging you purposely?
Most definitely.
Like Shakur Stevens feel the same. What you think about young Shakur?
I like Shakur.
He from my neighbor.
He's very talented. He's very skillful. I like him. Yeah. Most definitely. So, I wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah, Shakur, shout out
to him.
And
then the future plans, Deontay, so after 20, is it just to keep fighting for a few years?
Most definitely regain the titles, 2-time champion of the world.
Yeah.
Unified in the division. I could have unified so many years ago if I had the opportunity. Yeah. But these guys never gave me the opportunity. Wow. I bless a lot of guys with opportunities. Just like Luis Ortiz, they held him back. He was one of the, he's still the most toughest guy I've ever got in the ring with. I've never had to use my mind to really.
Southpaw too.
You know what I mean? And the Southpaw is with them Cubans. They like.
Yeah, Cuban,
you Latinos are tough, huh?
Cuba, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Man. You Latinos are tough,
they be having, before they go amp pro, they have like hundreds of amateur fights.
That's what I was man.
So he was one of the hardest you fought.
Yeah, he was so skillful, and he's one of my best friends to this day because of what I did for him and his family. All
I
the
noticed
Cubans,
like the people you
me.
fight, you become like your trainer now. I forget his name, but
Malik.
you fought him before.
Malik Scott,
that's like, so a lot of people you go back and show love to.
Man,
that's
it's
unique, bro.
It become a bond when you release energy with someone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And then after so most of the time it be for especially if it's for a meaningful purpose.
Yeah.
And then when y'all release energy with each other, it's just like we're bonding now.
That's
you know what I mean? With Ortiz,
Yeah.
His daughter was born with a disorder. Mine was as well.
Okay.
And I saw that. I saw how he was coming in. Nobody gave him the opportunity. I saw how Eddie just signed him just to put him on the shelf because he was in line to fight Joshua. But now he's signing him and put him on and promised that if you let Joshua fight this, we're going to fight you next. That next never came.
So they
for
that
him.
dirty in the industry like that? What? They sign you to keep you out the way, basically.
Grimy. It's a grime business.
So
That's
basically they
it's a
signed them to
business.
keep him.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
So
bro.
I saw that. I'm like, why is he doing this? But this man need money to support his daughter with her condition.
So you helped him by saying, I'll fight you to give you that chance.
I said, I'll fight you. The first fight, he tested positive for a steroid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my heart, because I understand the situation, my daughter was born with spina bifida. I know what it is to raise a child with special needs. So as the warrior, a born warrior, I said, I don't care about that. I still want to fight you.
Wow.
So, you know what I mean? So that one fight turned
really
into two fights.
Basically.
Oh, man. I made him a multimillionaire.
Dope,
now he was able to support his family.
Yeah.
Love when Ortiz, you talk about Deontay, my champion, you know what I'm saying? When you get a man, it's one thing to fight a man and he have earnings for himself, but it's another thing when you have a man and his family. You understand me?
Bro.
It's like his life is your life.
Wow.
You understand me?
Real talk, bro. That's honorable, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ortiz, man. Tell
shout
him
out to you.
You ever compete with Tyson Fury ever, or is that not?
You know, that's a different story. You know, a lot of people saw me when I came over here, and he shot a bomb squad, and I came and greet him and stuff like that. And I got to tell people to understand the art of war, to understand the mindset. That's where my maturity level come in. When I'm on holy grounds, a peaceful ground, it's a time and place for all things. You know, that wasn't a time and place to, wolf with him and to start anything. You know what I mean? It's, because I let my enemies know I see you. And you see me, that don't mean I can't shake your hand. Hey, how you doing?
But he complimentary of you. He always said you the toughest fighter that he fought.
Yeah, he give it up to you, though.
That's for sure. But it's a lot of, like I said, what I've said, I speak truth about.
But you know
something,
you stick on what you believe.
I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with it because, I got proof of a lot of things. I know.
Because the industry dirty, bro. A lot of,
You understand me? But, that's not here nor there. God has blessed me tremendously.
But it's mature that you shook his hand.
Yeah.
That shows maturity. I remember Pot used to tell us when we was on that East Coast, West Coast stuff, I didn't get it. When he used to say, you might see the enemies and we can't do nothing. Edie would tell you, I was on go time. What you mean we can't do nothing? But Pac was ahead of us, you know what I mean? So he's like, no, we might sin when we can't put the hands up, but I couldn't get it. I'm like, man, we getting soft. They're going to think we soft.
Right.
But when you get older, you realize like it's a time and place for everything, bro.
You were young too, what, 18, 19?
I was young, 17, 18. So that's respect, though. You know what I mean?
Like me, sometimes I read the comments, although I don't take heed to what people say.
Yeah,
you know
can't
what I mean? Because
social media.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I see people crying or fussing at people and stuff like that. I'm like, and if it doesn't apply to you, why you put so much energy in it?
Yeah.
Things that should hurt you if it's true, if it applies to you. Because the saying is the truth
hurts,
set you free.
Especially, bro, on the internet. Like yesterday, I get a message. It irked me a little bit because I don't play with my family. You know, like you probably know the story. My mother and father got murdered in front of me when I was 3.
Wow.
I don't know if you ever heard of it. So my mother got shot 13 times. My father got shot. So the only thing I usually I don't play with family, my kids. So some dude came on my page yesterday. He was like, it was an incident that I got into it with Shine from Bad Boy.
Yeah.
This is before I was Muslim years ago. And we got into like a spitting match or whatever. But I did an interview explaining how I respect Shine.
Yeah.
Because we was all there, the Outlaws, Edie was there. He didn't back down. He was by himself. So the interview was giving him respect, saying, look, we was both young kids, so we respect him. So some dude come on my page yesterday like, yeah, man, you said you spit on Shine. I'm going to clap you in your head and this and this and that. You putting pictures up with your family. Like, basically, you better be careful because we see your family.
Yeah.
Bruh. Like I was ready, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm ready. But then I calmed myself down and I just ignored it.
Come on.
You know what I mean? I was like, you know what, man? I'm just going, ain't no telling who this dude is on the internet.
Trolls, man. You must get trolls all the time.
Yeah, trolls, bro. So you can't, like an internet, we can't let it get to us, bro.
Right. Because if you do, that energy is released, that negative energy released off to you, it will come into you and you can have a great day and see stuff like that, and it'll spoil your whole day, and you have that on your mind or whatever. And I might not never see you. I might not know who you are unless I do research. Now, it has been times where, where you like, you have certain powers, you can contact somebody. Hey, fine. You know
that's what I was ready to do, bro. I was on his page.
Deontay did this.
I was on his page looking, but then after that, I calmed down. Like, you know.
But you know, Deontay, he fought a troll, right? Like,
I did. I did before.
Because the dude in the gym, because was he the white dude, right?
Yeah. And
that's the first time I seen you. Like, he said something racist or something.
About my daughter. See, the thing about me, I tell people I understand them better than what they think I do, because with me, when you describe something to me and you tell me something, I picture it in my head. I run it like a movie or like a play. So as you describe it, I can see it. You know what I mean? So when he talking about taping up my daughter's mouth, I saw black tape on her mouth. I saw her hands behind her crying for me. Daddy, you know what I'm saying? And how, the things that he was saying for me. And it just, now I'm ready to go see him. I told him I was going to come and see him.
But you handled it, though. That was a good way.
I handled it very well because...
meaning you handled it in a way where, because where we come from, there's other ways that we think, we only think is only one way to handle it. So you showed us that, look, I did it. It was within the law.
Right.
I didn't take nobody's life, but he would never say that again.
That's what people saw. Now I came to attempt to shoot him.
Wow.
I brought my gun. You understand me? And then during that time, California, now I'm always legit. I'm always legit when I'm very handy with my weapons because I understand the structure of it and not the power behind it to what it does to people. You know what I'm saying? Because at home I got an underground gun range, so I'm very skillful with that and stuff because of certain things.
America's different.
So I came with the intent of doing to get him. You know what I'm saying? It was one point in time the devil got into me. We passed this alley. And it just, my tone changed, my energy changed. And we was walking, I had one of my guys and I had a photographer with me because he was filming everything and stuff like that. And the dude was coming, and I went in the alley. I like, hey, yo, come in this alley. Let's do it in this alley. But if he would have came in this alley, I would have popped him. No, there's no hands down. He would have got popped. He would have got clapped for sure, But what made me change my mind is, I got the discernment of the spirit too. Sometimes I have visions, I see things and stuff like that as well. I'm a very special individual. My grandma always said I was anointed by God, that God would use me for many things, and she never lied, you know what I mean? So I'm I'm a very special person when I do. That's why I say much is given, much is required. And that, you know what I mean? I understand the terminology of that. And when I told him to come in that alley, although he said no, I had the vision. I saw my photographer telling on me. And I was like, I'm going to have to shoot him. I said, I'm going to have to shoot him. And when it was, we ended up going to the gym and stuff. I would have had to get him because he would have told on me. I saw it.
Yeah, he definitely was a photographer.
I saw it. And I told him that. I said, bro, I couldn't do it because I saw you telling on me.
Which was, thank God he was there.
Wow.
Thank God he was there.
I'm telling you.
When it comes with kids, Aki, that's why, like yesterday, I couldn't reply because when my kids out there, I walk into the police. I blow it. Like I go there. You know what I mean? Then I walk myself to the police station. But then, bro, I would have to. It's my kids. But then but it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Because I want to be here to raise my kids.
Right.
But you do go. I feel you because I went through that split. I was on his page looking like that fire was burning, bro. I'm like, bro, he don't know what I would do to him.
I ain't lying.
But then I was like, you know what? He, like you say, trolls, bro. I might not never see this dude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just
that was the last one that I ever just pursued or whatever because I knew what got into me at that time, and I told my guy like I would have had to got you too. He was like, nah, D. I was like, nah, I would have because I saw you telling on me, but I was smart as well too. Because before I did what I did with old buddy, I got my lawyer to write up a contract, and he ended up signing the contract as well.
You're a smart warrior, but that was dope, though.
Hey, in the midst of
you were doing haymakers.
You feel me? In the midst of being furious and all that, ready to go.
That was smart.
I started like I gotta think because I'm not where I want to be in life yet, and I don't want this to be my downfall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good that you thought because usually in anger, the last thing you do, most people in jail because of that. They think, they get angry, they do something, and then they in prison for the rest of their life. Like, why didn't I just take
it happened
that
so
second
fast.
to, you know what I mean? So, bro, he got the contract and now I might have to do that to the dude. Like, sign this. If I shoot you agreed.
That's the contract said, like, what, you will fight him and any damage done is his fault.
Yeah,
that was smart,
we're going to fight because I'm a professional fighter, so my hands is registered. You know what I mean? When police handle me, it's different. You know what I mean? When they pulled me over and had to get me out, it's 5 or 6 guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, with all these, because these are lethal weapons. You know what I'm saying? These are considered as weapons and stuff like that. So I got something to, although I'm a professional, he's not. I got something stating that he's agreeing to, you know, compete against me and stuff like that, whatever happened.
He was a dummy then.
Man.
He was a dummy for threatening your daughter and then a dummy for even signing his whooping.
Man.
You've never seen him again after this?
I never seen him again. He still trolled. He still trolled. He still used to troll me maybe years after that and stuff like that. But other guys started to fight him too. I started seeing other, you know, videos.
Maybe that's a walk of fame now. He probably like,
you know what I mean?
Deontay put me on the map. I might as well continue.
Clout, right? You get paid on this. So,
man, I appreciate you, man, because I know you got to go, man. Really, really appreciate you, man.
Blessings.
You know, you need anything while you're in Saudi, hit us up, bro. I know you with the big dogs, but if you need anything, we're still here. You know what I mean? We at least got some brisket for you, some ribs. You know what I mean?
Nah, thank you, man. Thank you. We know you got to work hard today, so thank you so much for coming on the All Roads Into Saudi podcast, and inshallah, we'll see you again soon. You're going to fight here 3-4 times, you're saying? So.
Yeah, most definitely. Y'all see me over here a lot more times. Yes, most definitely. I'm looking forward to it. Because I enjoy being over here. I love being over here, actually.
Yeah.
You know, it's the people, the love and the environment, the culture, as all, you know what I mean? When I go into others' culture, I embrace it as my own, and I want to learn. You know, there's nothing beautiful than living and being in this world to learn. Just imagine we knew it all. It'll be so boring.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's why the passport is important. Get that passport, travel, see different cultures. I believe 80%, if I'm not mistaken, of Americans don't have a passport.
Really?
Yeah, something crazy.
They just want to stay over there.
They want to stay, you know what I mean? Go to Florida, go to Colorado. If you want to go skiing, go
America
to
is huge though. Like,
American is huge.
East Coast to West Coast, like 6 hours?
Yeah. But traveling does.
You cover the whole of Europe in 6 hours. You can go from England to what's really east, like Turkey's like 4 hours. So.
Yeah, it's everything close in Europe. That's why they travel a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
Blessings.